Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports, and this is our Underdog Show. We've got a 5-pick slip for you for the NBA slate on March 1st, Friday. 9-game slate. We've got some matchups we're pretty excited about. Before we get into these plays, though, if you've never tried Underdog, use our promo code BACKDOOR, and they will not only match your first deposit up to $100, but they're going to give you some instant pick'em specials, too. So they want to make sure you get started off on the right foot, so they're going to give you a couple plays that are sure to hit, and also match your first deposit. So if you deposit the whole $100, you're going to get $200 to play with, plus those pick'em specials. Definitely take advantage. There's a link in the description of the video, and just use code BACKDOOR, and they will give you all of those goodies. All right, cool. So here are the plays we're going to be covering. Today we like Kyrie Irving to go over 4.5 rebounds, Jakob Poeltl to go over 11.5 rebounds and assists. We got Karl-Anthony Towns over 7.5 rebounds, Denny Avdija for over 13.5 points, and Rudy Gobert. We're going to take his blocks for over 1.5. It's not quite a full. It's a little bit lower of a multiplier at just 0.85x, but it's such a free play. I don't want to say fully free because anything can happen, but it's such a good play that we're going to go ahead and roll this, even though it's not like a full point there on the multiplier. But those are the 5 we're rolling with. Before we get further into these breakdowns, though, I want to tell you guys about Chalkboard, which is another platform we've partnered up with. It's iOS only right now, but they do have an Android version coming on March 18th, so we're excited about that. It's similar to Underdog in the sense that you can make plays for as low as $1, but what we love about Chalkboard is you can adjust your lines yourself. And if you lower a line, it just lowers the multiplier a little bit, kind of like that Rudy Gobert blocks pick we've got. But if we saw that a play like that, like let's say Kyrie rebounds, if we think he can go for 6, we can bump that from 4.5 up to 5.5, and they're going to boost your multiplier so you get a higher payout. So they give you that control on 95% of the plays they have on there. So we were loving it, and they actually just added this thing called the shield play, which allows you to basically have an insured play option. But they'll go even further than if you can go up to 7 or 8 picks on a slip on Chalkboard. But yeah, if you hit 4 out of 6, if you go for a 6-man, you go 4 out of 6, you can still get a little bit of your money back. If you go 5 out of 6, what I love about it is you can on a shield play, if you have the right multipliers and you juice them up on plays you like, you can get up to 65x on a 6-man slip and have it insured, and that's lines that you set yourself. You can go 65x, and if you hit 5 of 6 on that, it'll be 25x still. So we're loving it over at Chalkboard. Definitely go take advantage of that. They're doing a deposit match as well. If you use code BACKDOOR, they'll match your first deposit up to $100 as well. So take advantage of that. There's a link in the description of the video, but we're going to break down these plays now. So let's start with Kyrie Irving here. I think that's who I've got started here. We've got this matchup against Boston, so a little bit of a revenge game going on here. 237 over under, with Boston favored by 10. So they got that all the way up to 10 now. I think it's because Luka's a game time decision, but Luka's been a game time decision for a few games with this ankle situation he's dealing with. So I personally think that Luka will end up playing because it's just so tight in the West. They need all the wins they can get. But I think it could be closer than this 10-point spread. But I'm not too concerned about blowout keeping Kyrie from getting his minutes here. Okay, so I did have these backwards. So if you look at his rebounds here, he's gone over this 4.5 rebound line in 8 out of his last 10 games, and he's got a really good matchup here. Boston is actually 28th in the league in rebounds allowed to point guards. So he's got a killer matchup. We may end up not having Luka. Let's see what the injury updates are saying. So yeah, still saying he's questionable with the left ankle sprain. But he did participate in the shoot around today. So I bet Luka ends up playing. But yeah, I mean, that doesn't really affect Kyrie's ability to rebound the ball, although Luka does rebound very well. But you can see Kyrie's gone over this, excuse me, he's gone over this 8 out of his last 10. He's averaging 36 minutes a game, just 2.1 fouls per game, so he's not getting in foul trouble. And yeah, like the minutes are there. It's Kyrie Irving, 36 minutes. I expect him to get that tonight. This is going to be a fun matchup to watch. I'm excited about it. Let's take a look at what he's done in the head-to-head. So yeah, last time Kyrie played the Celtics, he went for 6 rebounds. So this is a really good deal. We're getting that at 4.5. You'll probably want to jump on this pretty quick. He did have that last game where he just went for 1, but that was an outlier. He's been hitting this regularly. So feeling good about this play. If we hop over to Daily Grind, they actually have this favored to go under. I don't agree with this. I'm going to be taking it for more. And we've got a little bit of mixed emotions on some of the odds makers. Like FanDuel has it at a 50-50 shot, but full transparency, Daily Grind does have this at a 53.22% odds to hit the under. They have it at a minus 134, so they're feeling pretty confident. So go with your gut. If you're uncomfortable with this play, don't take it. But like we just looked at, 8 out of his last 10 games, he's gone over this. Last time he played Boston, he went for 6. So we feel really comfortable about this play. All right, so let's move on to the other play I'm going to cover. And then, and like we've mentioned before with Underdog, Jordy and I just build this whole slip out together. We don't have like my picks and his picks. We just walk through it together. Maybe we'll eventually try that on Prize Picks, who knows? But that's the way we like to do it with Underdog. So Karl-Anthony Towns is the other play that I'm going to be covering. Let's look at this over under. This is probably a pretty big spread as well. No, it's the Kings, so it should be closer. We got a 223.5 over under, and we've got the Timberwolves favored by 6. And this should be a great game because, again, the West is so stacked right now, and no one wants to be caught in that play-in tournament. They want to secure their spot. So this is a fun time of year when we have all the players really getting after it, and we'll see how it works out. Hopefully, De'Aaron Fox is able to play. We know he was a last-minute DNP in their last game. But if we take a look at Karl-Anthony Towns, he was a little bit streaky. Like, he's a big dude. He should be getting a lot of boards. But he did go through this spout of not getting very many. He's just getting like 5. But he's gone over this 5 out of his last 10 games. But we expect to see someone of his talent getting closer to that double-digit line day in and day out. But you also have Rudy Gobert there. So Cat, he's playing the power forward position quite a bit when Rudy's on the floor, and then he bumps over to center for some rotations. But lately, he's been turning things up, and that's what we like to see. Especially, not only has he gone over it 4 out of his last 5 games, but it's his most recent 4 games. He's been going over this. Let's take a look at the head-to-head here. It might not look good. Nope, it does look good. Last time we played Sacramento, we went for 11. We've talked about it before, but when we're matched up against Sacramento, there's a lot of rebounds to be had because of the pace at which they play. So feeling really good about this play. He's averaging 31 minutes per game, but as we can see, his last 3, he's been like just in that 35-minute and higher mark. So I expect that again tonight. 2.2 fouls per game, so he's not getting in foul trouble enough for his minutes to be adjusted by it. If we look at this matchup, if he does play the center position, which he bounces back and forth with their rotations, if he plays the center position, the Kings are 18th in rebounds allowed. So good matchup there. If he will probably start at the power forward position, it's even better, 19th in rebounds allowed. So I'm very excited about this game. I don't think we have any injuries to talk about yet. De'Aaron Fox is a game time decision again. Nothing on Karl-Anthony Towns game time decision. That's what I love about Outlier. You can quickly see the injury report. You don't have to bounce around on different websites to see like who's in, who's out. If you're interested in checking out this app Outlier, it's amazing. It's the best statistical analysis app on the market by far. Jordy and I use it every single day, all day. So if you guys want to check this out, we've partnered up with them as well. They're giving all of our viewers a 7-day free trial. There's a link in the description of the video. Just try it out for 7 days, see how you like it. You'd be shocked at how much information you can get from this app. So if you do test it out, make sure you go through all the features because they give you so much information. Last thing, we're going to hop over to Daily Grind, take a look at this. They have this rebounds play as his top play on Underdog. DG has this at a 53.45% odds to hit the over, and they have it at a minus 136. And it looks like we have it at a minus 125 and higher across the board. So everyone agrees that this is just too low of a line for Cat in this particular game. All right, excuse me. I'm going to pass it back over to Jordy. He's going to wrap up the rest of this slip with the other 3 plays. Go for it, Jordy.
Sweet. Yeah, man. So I got the last 3 plays here. I'm going to start off with this Rudy Gobert blocks. This play is just such a good one. He's, won Defensive Player of the Year, I think twice. And, the guy is a solid defender. This play is a minus 155 and a minus 160 across the board. So this is a really juiced play. He's done this a lot in his career, obviously. He's done this 4 out of the last 6 head-to-heads against them. If you look at the over-under on this game, too, really quick. Sacramento, always a big over-under, 225.5 with a 6-point favorite to the Minnesota Timberwolves. And, Rudy Gobert, man, over the last 5, he's done it 4 out of 5, 7 out of the last 10, 12 out of the last 20. But on the season, he did it 37 out of 57 games. So the dude is just constantly getting at least 2 blocks, and it's rare when he misses it. So obviously you see some of these monster games. He gets 6 blocks in one of these games. Like, the dude is a beast, no doubt. So we're taking this one. There's no daily grind odds on this one because it's a 0.85x. So they're not going to give us anything on this one. But yeah, you can see on Outlier here, all the odds makers have this super juiced up. It's a minus 180 on Underdog's odd makers. So that's what we like to see. And then the next play is Denny Avdija. I'm a huge fan of this dude. He's a baller, honestly. He keeps them in the game so much, and he brings a lot of poise to this team that doesn't have any. So I'm a big fan of the dude. He's a pretty good player. 13.5 is just pretty low for him. This is a 51.69% chance on daily grind to go over and a minus 127. If you look at what he's been doing, the dude's had some monster games. He put up 43 on the Pelicans, which is really tough. If you look at the matchup here against the Clippers, they're ranked 17th, giving up a value of 21 points. So he's got plenty of room to get this done. Over the last 10 games here, he's averaging 33.2 minutes, but look at the minutes recently over like the last 5. The dude he's gotten a big tick in minutes, and he's playing almost 40 minutes a game. So, that's what we like to see for someone who just has to go for 14 points. And, he's had some monster games. He's staying in the 20 range for sure. So, he's done the 7 out of the last 10, 12 out of the last 20. In the head-to-heads, he has missed this all 3 times, but just barely. And he wasn't getting, in this last game where he's been in his groove the most. These games were from 2 years ago, so we're not really going to pay attention to those. But in February, he almost hit this line, but he only played 26 minutes. He's going to get way more than that tonight, assuming they don't get blown out. If you look at the over-under on this game, obviously, whenever the Wizards are involved, there's blowout potential. 15.5, but honestly, they've been staying in there. They just took the Lakers to overtime last night, and they're playing pretty good ball. So as long as they can just shoot and score the ball, that's what their game relies on, because they can't defend anything. So they're going to need to score a lot, and that works for Avdija. That's what we need him to do. So I feel good about this one. If you look at the injury report here, Paul George game time decision, Zubac's game time decision. Nothing for the Wizards except Koulibaly. Who cares? But so Denny Avdija, we're counting on him tonight for 13.5. So we feel good about that one. And the last play we like here is Jakob Poeltl for over 11.5 rebounds and assists. In the head-to-head, he went for 16 last time he played Golden State. He had 11 rebounds, 5 assists. That's why we're taking the rebounds assists, because if he can just give us like 3 assists and get the rest in rebounds, that's what we expect him to do. But he can get this done in rebounds alone. Very easily. He's done it before. He had 13 rebounds and 6 assists against Atlanta, which is a kind of similar pace of a game. So we like to see stuff like this. Over the last 5, he's done this 4 out of 5 games. It's a pretty good matchup for him. 14th in rebounds allowed, giving up 11.8. 28th in assists allowed is another reason we're taking the assists. And they're giving up 4.1 to centers. So pretty good matchup here. He hit it last time they played, and that was on the 7th of February. So not long ago. Hopefully he can just replicate that performance for us, and we'll be good to go. If we look at the injury report, no Andrew Wiggins, so personal reasons. Brandon Pajemski He's questionable, but nothing on the side of the Raptors. So hopefully we got a good game here. If you look at the over-under in this last one here, we've got a 235.5 over-under with a 3-point favorite to the Golden State Warriors. So we'd love to see that. It's a big over-under, close game. So hopefully Jakob can get this done for us, and that's the 3 I've got on this end.
Cool, man. If you want to pass it back over to me real quick, I'm just going to cover a couple more things.
Yep.
First of all, I just want to let you guys know, I don't think we mentioned it, but this app we use here, Daily Grind, it's an amazing app for just basically seeking out plays and confirming plays that you like. It gives you an odds to hit indicator. This is the DFS optimizer. We use this every single day, but what we love about it is you can see your odds to hit. Our favorite odds available are Daily Grind's odds because they're the truest odds on the market, because they don't really get into as much of like what the public is doing as where these other odds makers are going to affect their lines based on what the public is betting on those particular platforms. That's why you see them different from each other pretty regularly. But you get all that in one place here with the DFS optimizer. And they're an official partner of ours. They've been with us for a long time now. They reached out to us early in the when we first started the channel. They loved what we were doing. They wanted us to check out their tools, and so we looked into it. We're like, this is amazing. So it's been a perfect fit for the type of research we do. And they're giving all of our viewers 25% off. So if you want to take advantage of that, just use code BACKDOOR, and they will give you 25% off. And they have all sorts of tools though. So definitely, if you're interested, just maybe go for the whole bundle because there's a lot of value to be had there with that 25% off. There's a link in the description of the video, or you can go to dgfantasy.com and get that 25% off when you use code BACKDOOR. And the last thing I want to mention is come check out our Discord. We've been actually caching a lot in the Discord, and we cover prize picks, chalkboard, underdog. We cover everything. We cover a lot more sports as well. But you can see here, we've just been on a heater in the Discord. Some people have been caching. Like here's Bobby. He just hit for 1,000 last night on a 6-man on prize picks. We've got some chalkboard plays popping off. It's a really killer community. There's no drama. There's no bad vibes. We don't tolerate that in this Discord. We're a family in here, and Jordy's been posting like League of Legends and different esports picks, and it's like, you know, we try to get you the best picks we can when we make these videos, but lines change and new props are available that weren't available at the time of filming and different things like that, and so whenever those change, we're able to just jump right into Discord and share it with the community, and you've got the whole community as a resource. So we're going to be in there building out slips together and building out our protected plays. So it's about 50 cents a day. Just go through the link in the description of the video. Once you're in Discord, go up to server subscriptions, subscribe. It'll unlock all these channels for you. And let us know if you come hang with us, hop in the community chat, let everyone know that you're new to the Discord so we can show you around. The community always embraces new members, and we want to get you started on the right foot. So come hang with us. We'd love to have you there. And that's going to do it for us, guys. We hope you have a great weekend, and we will catch you in the next video.
Good luck, guys.